Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. It is the 18th of September. I'm your host, Martin, in here. Now, last Friday, we did see the big so-called sell-off that we see in the US, really causing some sort of alarm. And this is probably due to the interest rate hike, yes or no kind of thing. So as well as the market really reacting to a little bit of the negative news of Apple that since banning from the government sector, I suppose. So that, but on the KLCI side, we did see the FKLI actually close higher. This is also due to foreign funds coming in this one. So check it out, everything through our SmartRobie apps. And not to forget, those of you who are with us, a little bit of an announcement too. As of the 1st of October, coming October, the Friday breakfast show will be resounding to the US market now. So let's take a look at what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show in here. And let me just show you on the left hand side, you can see the market still pretty much holding on from where it is, just short of 1450 and the resistance 1460. So it's sort of like a range band in here. And for those of you who just came in, I do hope that give me a thumbs up and make sure that you really learn something this morning in here. And of course, the KLCI, as you can see from here, has since turned green pentagon. Is it looking to break the upside? But of course, we needed to test the 1464, but do have some sort of support in here. And again, not ready to go up as we have seen US, what we saw also last Friday, the continuation of sell-off. And of course, maybe time to look at some dividend stocks in here, right? And of course, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to put in. And the SmartRobie is powered by no other than the Pentagon Guider, which is created from our company following the works of Tom Williams in here. All right, so let's also have take a look at the mid-September winner that we have in here. SKB shuttle went up 45%. Again, time and time on the Wednesday live FB talk, I talk about one of the ways to really make gains, especially in this sideway market, is really focus on these penny stocks. But you need to be very ruthless in the sense that you have profit, you take it, and if you have some sort of red pentagon, you want to exit, cut loss or whatsoever, there is a chance for you to make it in here. So let's look at SKB shut. So you can see from here, since the green pentagon, the market continued to move up. A lot of big movement in here. Usually they have a pause here. This is a nice take off before the market really pull out. So check out some of our September Pentagon winner and loser in here. Okay, and of course the VSA 360. So some of the members, we do have the insider buying and selling in here to support some of the buying in here. And let's take a look at this week on the wider chart here. You could see the KLCI currently is still held on the resistance. Let me just show you what I mean here. Just bring up this chart so you can see from here. Let me just touch this here. The 1463 is the resistance level. So this is the interactive chart that you can get, and you have the 1450 in here. So many of these things continue to sort of push this market still in pretty much in the sideway. But the good news is last Friday we have seen the foreign funds are coming in, so that's good. But do take note, on the FKLS side, we are still pointing upwards. All right, September still continue to be the weak September month, which means it is still negative, pretty much where we say, you can see September here, it closed up high here. So right now it's 1460. So I do think that if we can hold on, then we might see maybe just October in here. But tonight or this evening, watch out for upthrust may appear, which is a sign of weakness, because we already have one took out the upthrust, another one take out. So there's a lot of attempt above the 1460. And remember, if they can't break out continuously, it means every time they have support and they were broken down in here. So that also tell you the resistance are still very strong, and market might just come back up. Let me know what you think and pencil those for you who are just here. And looking at the cousins of the KLCI is the futures chart. Now futures chart turn green pentagon, I think on Wednesday in here. such that market is really turning to the upwards in here. Support is still at 1440 and above the 200-day moving average, which is very, very positive, breaking up above the 200-day. Railway track no doubt has crossed down. Let's see whether we get some sort of a reaction today. Of course, now the focus will be on the budget 2024, where some of the initiative under the 12 Malaysia plan, and also we have seen the meeting between the 10th Prime Minister Anwar and the China in Nanning has sort of signed some sort of deal close to about 18 billion. I think that's more for political gain, but instead it is still kind of bringing some jobs here. Lots of resistance right at the top here. You can see from this part here, 1470, 1460. This is the level in here. If you can't break it, then look for the downside. As I said before, September month continued to be bearish going into this. All right. And on the stage 2 shares, which is we are looking for uptrend. Now last week, remember, we just managed to pick one up, which was Maxis. Now what is stage 2 share? Stage 2 share is a continuation of an uptrend. Of course, when you check out SmartRobie every day, you can see this uptrend. So let's take a look at Maxis last week. This was from last week, and hit one more time, Maxis. And take a look at this one here, and stock chart, stock price. So you can see from here, switching to a 1 month chart. Okay, zoom. There was a sell-off last Friday, a big one in here, contributing to the big drop that we see. It was going up, If you look on the 11th of September, there was here. Then it went up on Thursday. Not too bad, 420. But the Friday sell-off was the big water thrower, I suppose what you call that. Okay, now let's also look at this week. On the 18th of September, we got a lot more in here. So you need to just go over to the main menu here and look at the ST2. Right, we can look at the first one. I'll just gonna look at Pestec, which has a lot of development in here. 28 cents. Okay, and a 5219. Let's see the setup here, which is still in the stage 2. There you go. Nicely done here. Let's see next week if we can go up. The oil and gas theme still ongoing. As you can see, the OPEC as well as the Russians are doing the crude oil cut. So that is maintaining this oil prices higher. So oil energy stocks this morning is down 3%. Of course, one shot up so much from the Pentagon, and that's if you look at it, last week was 108. That's today actually. That's today. But from the Green Pentagon on the 24th of September, it's gone up a fair bit. MI, okay, which is MI Technology. Yep, MI here. So any of you want to look at some stocks, let me know. So check this one out here. MI is pretty good. This is a technology in here. I think this one is a battery. I think it's got to do with the battery. United Plantation is also in the nice up move above $17 already, right? That is riding on the so-called oil and gas. The oil and gas. So this one is going up. Dialogue 2. Let's look at United Plantation here. A nice big push. I think this is probably due to foreign funds buying here. That was a nice push. Was around $16 straight up to $16.80, and that's pretty good. If you look in the overall, the last 6 months, United Plantation was really hovering between 15 and 16 ringgit, and then finally broke through it. This is a very good one, and it's a very, very decent too. A very highly rated on the Pentagon guide flow there. Okay, and moving on to what we have last week on the breakfast show, which we talk about the Robie FA stock. But of course, you can also subscribe to our daily newsletter. That is the QR code, and many of the news that I review will be presented to you in here. So let's take a look at the 11th of September. We just got one last week, was MFCB. Okay, look at MFCB here. And of course, MFCB have an upthrust almost unchanged. If you look at last week, this is where we were, and around 340 still in here. But let's take a look at the fundamentals. Since this is what we call FA stock, fundamental stocks, it does give a 4 rating, a P of 8, and pays a 2% dividend. Okay, 2% dividend, not too bad, with a ROE of 12 times being utility. Now this week we have two, all right, and it's Red Tone and KM Long. First one is KM Long. This is again very similar to United Plantation because a lot of the plantations are moving up. Let's take a look at KM Long. KM Long will be live stock prices, and that's 185 right now. Okay, that's a nice chart looking at the stock fundamentals, and that's rated 6, paying a dividend of 8. So this is a pretty good one. Those of you who want to have some exposure on this one here, I do think this is very, very good. Okay, next one we have is Red Tone, right, turning green Pentagon too. So let's look at Red Tone for its fundamental shares. This is also a telecommunication, pay a 3% dividend with a ROE of 23 times. Okay, 23 times is so check this one out, and we will take a look at this later, all right, and see next week why Red Tone can go higher or not. Okay, if you have any question, feel free to pencil in there, or if you like, just let me know what stocks you know. Now, of course, our Pentagon Guide, one of the big benefit is using the watch list, right? So when the green Pentagon signify the up signal and the red signal signifying that, especially those of you who have fair bit of stocks, you want to keep track of your up signal and down signal Pentagons, use these function in here, the green one. So you can check it out early in the morning, in the pagi and malam in here, as the signal will be the alert will be sent out around 10:30, 10:36 onwards in here. So the two watch lists in here, and when you see the blue cell, that's mean there is an alert coming in here. And of course, each of the watch lists, you can set up the US stock, as next month we'll be looking into this US market too. And when you get the alert, check it out here. You can see there is a blue alert, a blue so-called tick here, a bell, and you can get the Pentagon alert and the Pentagon alert for the green and Pentagon alert for the red. All right, so that's how it's highlighted in here, and that's how you want to keep an eye on some of those stocks that you have. And of course, on your phone itself, you can get this freebie for newbie, get that alert, check it out twice a day, early in the morning. And of course, starting 1st of October, we'll be starting a new format, replacing the VSA 360 on Friday with the SmartRobie US market, taking a look at some of the big companies like Amazon, Facebook and Google. It'll be interesting, especially we want to extend the educational series of SmartRobie to the US market to ensure that many of our members in here. And of course, a little bit of story from the 7th of March, our members orientation for the last 6 months. We did produce some good result in here, not before a little bit of hard work and training. I'd like to congratulate our members doing a very good win rate, 60% in here, above 50%, and as such that they have turned out that our program, through the use of the VSA 360 and the SmartRobie, producing this very good result that we have in here. We really very happy with it, and we are continuing with the next batch of students, and we wish to join our students in here. Definitely can sign up for our program. Right now, the KLCI resistance seems to be 1470. Still looking bearish, to be frank with you, in here, and on the backdrop of the US market continue to be weakened, and I think some of the dividend shares may make sense. Of course, if you are more experienced, use the stage 2 intraday shares in here. And with that, I look forward to another maybe stock pick if you have some. Right, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also TikTok to stay in touch. And VSA 360, good offer, lots of good features, and a lot of guidance too that we're doing to our video tutorial. And right now, any stocks that you want me to look at, I don't see any of the members in here. Pretty quiet, I suppose, in here. With that, I thank you and have a good week. And don't forget, this coming Wednesday, we're talking more about the brief rally that we've seen last Friday into here. Will this continue? With that, I thank you for your support. I'll see you later. Bye.